Welcome back to the Healthy Living Podcast. I'm Sarah Martinez.
And I'm Frank Peterson, and before Sarah gets all formal on us, I need to tell you what happened to me at the grocery store yesterday.
Oh God, here we go. What did you do now?
Okay, so I'm at Kroger, right? And I see this young kid, probably Emma's age, Sarah, struggling to reach something on the top shelf. So naturally, being the gallant 53-year-old that I am, I walk over and say, "Here, let me help you with that, kiddo."
Please tell me you didn't...
I pulled my back out, sighing, not even kidding, had to lean on the shopping cart like some kind of, I don't know, like my grandfather used to do. The kid was mortified, I'm groaning, and Dolores is just standing there shaking her head like, this is my life now.
Frank, this is exactly why we're doing today's episode.
What do you mean?
We're talking about the 7 dumb mistakes that we seniors keep making. And yes, before anyone writes in, we know 51 and 53 isn't technically senior yet. But trust me, our bodies didn't get that memo.
Speak for yourself. I'm in my prime. Okay, fine. I can't bend over to tie my shoes without making noise anymore, but still.
You make that oof sound every time you sit down, Frank.
It's a satisfied sound, like when you sink into a good chair after a long day.
Right? Anyway, listeners, today we're going to be brutally honest about the mistakes we see people our age and older making all the time. And full disclosure, we've made most of these ourselves.
All of them. We've made all of them.
Pretty much, yeah. So if you're driving while listening to this, maybe pull over for the parts where we talk about driving because
Sarah once drove to Target instead of the doctor's office because she was on autopilot.
It was an honest mistake. They're both on the same road.
They're 4 miles apart, Sarah.
Fine, we'll get to that one. But first, let me set this up properly because I actually researched this topic.
Of course you did.
And what I found was fascinating. There are these patterns of behavior that people start falling into, usually around our age, that can really impact quality of life. But here's the thing. They're all totally fixable if you just acknowledge them.
Which is the hardest part, honestly.
All right, so mistake number 1, and Frank, you're gonna hate this one,
I already hate it.
is what I call doctor avoidance syndrome.
Sarah, come on.
Frank hasn't been to a doctor in how long?
It hasn't been that long. I went when I hurt my shoulder.
That was 3 years ago, and you went to urgent care, not your actual doctor.
Urgent care counts.
For emergency situations, yes. But Frank, when's the last time you had a physical, a real one, with blood work and everything?
I don't want to answer that on air.
See? This is what I'm talking about. And it's not just men, though you guys are definitely worse about it. I have friends who haven't had mammograms in years because they feel fine.
To be fair, doctors are depressing. Every time I go, they find something new that's wrong with me.
But that's exactly the point. Finding things early is how you deal with them. When my mom finally went in after putting it off for 2 years, they found her blood pressure was sky high. She could have had a stroke.
How's she doing now?
Great, because she caught it in time. Frank, I'm making you an appointment.
Sarah, you can't just...
I'm making you an appointment. Dolores gave me permission.
Fine, but I'm not happy about it.
You don't have to be happy. You just have to go. Mistake number 2, and this one we're both guilty of, is what I call technology stubbornness.
Oh, this should be good. Coming from someone who still prints out directions from MapQuest.
I do not. I stopped doing that recently.
Define recently.
Last month. Maybe 2 months ago.
Sarah got lost trying to get to Emma's apartment 3 weeks ago because she didn't want to use GPS.
The GPS lady is condescending. She's always like, recalculating in that judgmental voice.
Her name is Siri, Sarah, and she's trying to help you.
Well, what about you in online banking? You still drive to the bank to deposit checks.
Because I like to talk to people, and I don't trust putting my financial information into the computer.
Frank, you shop on Amazon.
That's different.
How is it different?
I don't know, but it is.
This is the thing, though. We get set in our ways, and meanwhile, Emma, my daughter, can do things on her phone in 30 seconds that would take me an hour to figure out. And instead of asking for help, we just avoid it.
Or we complain about how complicated everything is now.
Exactly. When really, once you learn it, it usually makes life easier. I finally let Emma teach me how to use grocery pickup, and now I'm obsessed with it.
Really?
Frank, I can order groceries from my couch in my pajamas while watching Netflix.
Oh, it does sound pretty good.
It's life-changing. Which brings us to mistake number 3, refusing help because of pride.
Here we go.
Remember when you tried to move that refrigerator by yourself?
I got it moved.
You also threw out your back for 6 weeks and had to sleep in the recliner, and your neighbor offered to help you.
Multiple times. But there's something about asking for help that it feels like admitting defeat.
I get it. I really do. When Emma comes over and starts reorganizing my kitchen or showing me a better way to do something, part of me wants to be like, I've been doing this since before you were born, kid.
Right. Like we raised functioning adults. We must know something.
But the truth is, sometimes there are better ways, and sometimes we need help. And that's not failure. That's just being human.
Plus, people usually like helping. Makes them feel useful.
Exactly. Which reminds me, we should talk about mistake number 4, and this one is a big one, is isolating ourselves.
Oh, this is a big one.
This one breaks my heart because I see it happening to so many people our age. Work relationships end, kids move away, maybe you lose your spouse, and suddenly you're not seeing people regularly anymore.
It's sneaky too, like it doesn't happen all at once. You just gradually stop making plans.
Yes. Or you turn down invitations because you're tired, or it seems like too much effort, and then people stop inviting you.
I have a friend, I won't say his name, but after his wife passed away, he just disappeared. We'd call, he wouldn't answer. We'd invite him to things, he'd make excuses.
How is he now?
Better, but it took us basically forcing our way into his life, showing up at his house, not taking no for an answer. He admitted later that he was miserable, but didn't know how to reach out.
That's the thing. When you're in that spiral, reaching out feels impossible, but staying connected to people isn't just nice to have, it's essential for health.
Like actual medical health, right? Not just emotional?
Right. Loneliness has the same health impact as smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Wow.
I know. So if you're listening and you've been turning down invitations, or you have a friend who's gone quiet, make the effort. It matters more than you think.
And speaking of effort, let's talk about mistake number 5 and giving up on physical activity.
Oh boy, here we go.
What?
You're about to lecture people about exercise while eating a donut.
I'm not eating a donut, it's a muffin.
A chocolate chip muffin is just a donut with better marketing.
Fine, but my point stands. Look, I'm not saying we all need to become marathon runners at 53, but I see too many people our age who just stop moving.
It's that all or nothing mentality. Like if they can't do what they did at 30, they might as well not do anything.
Exactly. I used to play basketball twice a week, had to stop because my knees couldn't take it anymore. So I moped around for like 6 months doing nothing.
What changed?
Dolores, she pointed out that just because I couldn't play basketball didn't mean I couldn't walk or swim or, I don't know, do anything.
And now you walk every morning.
Well, most mornings, when it's not too cold or rainy or when there's not something good on TV.
Frank.
What? I'm being honest. But even my sporadic walking is better than the nothing I was doing before.
That's actually a really important point. Perfect is the enemy of good. I spent years thinking I needed to join a gym and have this whole elaborate workout routine. Meanwhile, I was getting winded walking up the stairs in my own house.
So what did you do?
Started small. Really small, like embarrassingly small. I started by walking to the end of my driveway and back.
That's it.
That's it. Then the next week, I walked to the corner, then around the block. Now I walk for 30 minutes most days.
That's awesome, Sarah.
Thanks, but here's the thing. If I had started by trying to walk for 30 minutes on day 1, I would have quit after 3 days. Starting tiny made it sustainable.
It's like that saying, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time. Which brings us to mistake number 6, and this one is tough. Ignoring mental health.
Yeah, this is a big one.
For our generation, there's still the stigma around mental health stuff. Like, you just tough it out, you don't talk about it, you definitely don't get help for it.
My dad's generation, if you were sad, you were told to go do some yard work and stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Right. And look, sometimes physical activity does help with mood. We just talked about that. But sometimes you need more than that.
I'll be honest with you guys, after my brother died 2 years ago, I was not okay. Like, really not okay. But I kept telling everyone I was fine because that's what you're supposed to say, right?
How long did you do that?
Months, maybe 8 or 9 months. Dolores finally staged an intervention.
Good for her.
She sat me down and said, "Frank, you're not fine, and that's okay, but you need to talk to someone who isn't me because I don't know how to help you anymore."
That must have been hard to hear.
It was, but she was right. I ended up seeing a counselor for about 6 months, and it helped a lot.
I think people don't realize that depression and anxiety can look different as you get older. It's not always crying and feeling hopeless. Sometimes it's just feeling numb or irritable all the time, or not enjoying things you used to love.
Or physical symptoms. I had no idea that grief could make your chest hurt or give you headaches.
The body keeps score, as they say. After my divorce, I was having all these weird health issues. Stomach problems, insomnia, getting sick all the time. I kept going to different doctors, but it wasn't until I started dealing with the emotional stuff that the physical symptoms got better.
It's all connected.
It really is. And the good news is that therapy isn't as scary as we thought it would be when we were younger. At least it wasn't for me.
Same. I kept expecting to be lying on a couch talking about my mother or something. It was much more practical than that.
Right. It's more like having a really good conversation with someone who knows how to ask the right questions.
And who doesn't judge you for eating ice cream for dinner sometime.
Did you actually tell your therapist about that?
She brought up nutrition, I had to be honest.
Oh my God. Okay, let's move on to the last one. Mistake number 7. Living in the past instead of planning for the future.
Ooh, this one hits close to home.
It does. And I don't mean this in a back in my day kind of way, though we're definitely guilty of that too.
Hey, things were simpler when we were kids.
Were they though? Or do we just remember them that way because we were kids and didn't have to worry about mortgages and health insurance?
That's a good point.
But that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who get so focused on how things used to be that they stop planning for how things are going to be.
Like refusing to talk about retirement because we're not there yet.
Exactly. Or not updating wills, or not having conversations with kids about what you want if you get sick.
Or living in a house that's way too big for you because this is where we raise the kids.
That one's tough, though. There's a lot of emotion tied up in houses.
Oh, absolutely. But I have friends who are rattling around in these huge houses they can't really afford to maintain anymore, but they won't downsize because of the memories.
I get it. When I was thinking about selling my house after the divorce, it was so hard. Emma took her first steps in that living room. We had birthday parties in that backyard.
What made you decide to move?
Emma, actually. She pointed out that I was spending more time maintaining the house than enjoying it. And she was right. Now I have a smaller place that's actually easier to keep up with, and I can use my energy for other things.
Plus, you still had memories.
Exactly. The memories aren't in the house, they're in here. That sounded cheesier out loud than it did in my head.
A little bit, yeah. But it's true.
The thing is, getting older doesn't mean your life is over. It just means it's different. And if you spend all your time looking backward, you miss what's in front of you.
Like grandkids, if you're lucky.
Or new friendships, or travel, or hobbies you never had time for when you were working 70-hour weeks.
Or learning new things. I started taking photography classes last year.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm terrible at it, but it's fun.
See, that's the attitude we need more of. I'm terrible at it, but it's fun.
Right? When do we get so afraid of being bad at things?
Probably around the time we became adults and decided we were supposed to know everything.
Which is ridiculous because I learn something new every day, usually because I screwed something up and had to figure out how to fix it.
That's honestly the best way to learn sometimes.
Okay, so before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of these 7 mistakes because I already know I'm going to forget half of them by tomorrow.
All right. Number 1, doctor avoidance syndrome. Go get your checkups.
Number 2, technology stubbornness. Ask for help with your phone.
Number 3, refusing help because of pride. Let people help you move the refrigerator.
Still not over that, are you?
Never. Number 4, isolating ourselves. Stay connected to people.
Number 5, giving up on physical activity. Move your body, even if it's just a little bit.
Number 6, ignoring mental health. Your brain needs care too.
And number 7, living in the past instead of planning for the future. Make plans, have conversations, keep growing.
Here's the thing though. We're gonna keep making mistakes. That's just part of being human.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll probably throw my back out again next week doing something stupid.
Probably. But the goal isn't perfection. It's just paying attention, being honest about what we need to work on.
And cutting ourselves some slack while we figure it out,
Right. We're all just making it up as we go along,
even at 53.
especially at 53.
All right, listeners, that's going to wrap up today's episode. If you made any of these mistakes recently, and let's be honest, you probably did, don't beat yourself up about it. Just pick one thing to work on.
And if you want to share your own senior moments with us, drop a comment in the comment section. We love hearing your stories, especially the embarrassing ones.
Makes us feel better about our own embarrassing stories.
Exactly. We'll be back with another episode, assuming Frank doesn't injure himself between now and then.
Hey, I'm being very careful. Dolores has me on injury prevention duty.
Smart woman.
The smartest. All right, everyone, thanks for listening. And remember, age is just a number, but wisdom comes from experience.
Even when that experience is doing things wrong the first 5 times.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next episode.